Hello people, my name's Chris Dangerfield. Don't smash like, don't smash subscribe, don't do anything like that. But if you do enjoy it, consider it and save me from a life of sin and potentially feed me. Check this out, it's a story of hope. It's a story about childbirth, the joy. It's the truth in life, reproducing, creating, giving something to the world. Check it. Roll VT.
Christina Murray's long journey to motherhood took a path she never thought possible.
I spent my entire life wanting to be a mom.
You've got to ask why she didn't start earlier though. She's 38, but crack on.
I loved, nurtured, and grew my child, and I would have done literally anything in my power to keep him.
After years of fertility and IVF treatments, she gave birth to a healthy baby.
I mean, the poor child's face is thankfully dubbed out there, but you can see there's a slight problem here. There's a slight problem here. Now, if you don't know, this is how IVF works. I mean, basically, the egg is taken from the mother, the sperm is taken, I think they just have a wank in the surgery somewhere. You have to get your phone out. And then the egg is fertilised with the sperm outside of the womb, and after a week or so, that is then by definition an embryo, which is put into the woman. So the woman actually grows the child from the embryo, from the egg and the sperm being put together in her womb. So she carried this child for 9 months and then gave birth to an African child. Yeah, it gets worse though.
Baby boy in December of 2023.
What was your immediate reaction after you?
Horror. I mean, it would be the same if a black couple gave birth to a white child, or if an Indonesian couple gave birth to a Chinese child. I mean, it's something has gone terribly wrong. You know, there's been a mix-up where such things really shouldn't happen.
Gave birth. I was happy. I was a mom. He was beautiful and perfect, but it was also very clear that something was wrong.
Just say it, come on.
She vividly remembers the shock when she saw her baby for the first time. Whereas Christina is a Caucasian woman who chose a sperm donor with a similar appearance, the baby she delivered was African American.
And
you know that full well there are liberals out there saying so, but here's where it gets a bit weird, that it turns out that the egg was also not hers. So they got the wrong sperm and the wrong egg. It turned out to be another couple's, obviously. And the other couple said, thanks for gestating a child in your body for 9 months, we want him back. And after 5 months imprinting with that child, she handed it over. The right thing to do, but without a doubt, that child, you might as well book the therapy now, you know, get it at a discount price. Hello, I'm going to need significant cognitive behavioural therapy in about 13 years. Yeah, I'll book 4 years worth.
At-home DNA test result that January confirmed what Christina suspected. The baby was not hers. On February 5th, Christina's lawyer
Do you need a DNA test to tell you that?
reached out to the fertility clinic, Coastal Fertility specialist, informing them of the mix-up.
And just let them know, what the results were, and asked for it.
And I'm going to sue your asses, and why not? I mean, that company, that company's going into liquidation or bankruptcy or whatever, and they'll be rebranding by the weekend because no one's using that company. If you're going to get IVF, something that important to you, first thing you're going to do is Google the place. That's how it works these days. And when you find out that they messed up to that level, yeah, no. I mean, I'd like to say no money would put this right, but I imagine 20 mil would go some way.
For answers.
In March, Coastal Fertility informs the other couple their embryo was transferred to Christina, that family taking legal action to obtain custody. In a family court hearing that May, Christina decides to give up the baby voluntarily.
No, all right then.
It's like the happiest day of their life. It's like the worst day of mine. So like everyone's happy and joyous, and then there's me losing.
No, jokes aside, that is heartbreaking. She would have bonded with that child to some extent, of course.
My entire life all at once.
Now Christina is suing Coastal Fertility specialists in a complaint filed in a Georgia court.
Errors like this should never occur.
But I looked into this, and it turns out they do regularly. The whole IVF game is almost totally unregulated. Who's working there? Who does this? Are there random checks? No. This isn't that rare. I mean, obviously rare is relative, but have a look. I might even have a quick look for you now, maybe. If you don't see it, I obviously didn't.
In a fertility clinic. This is the cardinal sin.
The actions of the fertility clinic have come very close to destroying me, have left irreparable damage to my soul.
And it is, without a doubt, heartbreaking. Imagine carrying a baby for 9 months and it's not yours, not even close. Not even, obviously.
And ultimately left me questioning whether I should be a mom or not.
No,
In a statement, Coastal Fertility Specialist says in part it deeply regrets the distress caused by an unprecedented error.
I've had to write customer support messages to customers who my company made a mistake with. And it's quite hard work because they put their trust in you, and you know they might be a regular customer or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'm really sorry, what can I do to put this right? But this customer support, you know, I'll get ChatGPT to help me, but this is next level apologies.
Adding this was an isolated event with no further patients affected. The same day this error was discovered, we immediately conducted an in-depth review and put additional safeguards in place to further protect patients and to ensure that such an incident does not
happen again. That isn't an apology to her. That is a branding announcement. Hey, anyone who's thinking of using us, or is, please, if you've used us before, don't do a DNA test. We've never had any problems here. I mean, you've got to imagine it's not a nice thing to say, but loads of people, like hundreds of thousands who've had IVF, are probably considering doing a DNA test now. Because, like I said, these mistakes aren't as rare as, well, you'd hope. They're not as rare as you'd hope.
Happen again. Christina's attorney also says government regulation is needed.
Christina's situation at Coastal Fertility is just one example of the crazy mishaps that can occur at a fertility center because they are largely unregulated. There are no reporting requirements when errors are made. There are no random and unannounced inspections. There are no statewide or federally required certifications.
Wow, like you or me, or you and me. I mean, if you've got the money and you're interested, leave it in the comments. Let's set up an IVF clinic. It's free money. I mean, there are some basic checks and procedures. Well, apparently not. Apparently not.
For the staff who work at fertility clinics.
As for Christina, her long journey to motherhood is not over.
It sounds like you haven't given up your dream of becoming a mom. I have not given up. I have started the process over again with another clinic.
Wow. All right, enough. I don't want to dig into this poor woman. There you go, people. I mean, wow. Wow. Take care.